So we're not gonna, or do we want to go? Let's go eager really fast, and he's patched him up as best he could, and he can venture on, but he is worse for wear. For one, his armor's been shredded, and you can't really repair that. So you picked him up and you patched him up as best he could, but he's gonna have to like the headhunter's definitely not gonna just he's gonna have to carry the boy. So, and he's kind of shaking his head as this dangerous environment is no place for a child. That's what the headhunter says anyway.
I know that as well.
Well, but he's saying, nonetheless, we have to at least honor his wishes, which is, he wishes to at least try. So they're going to carry him along, but if he falls down again, he gets dismembered. Or he has the chance to be dismembered.
Dismembered.
But now he's got the headhunter to act as his defense, so he's going to carry Egro now. But that means he has one defense. Yeah, that's the new policy we have. It's called aiding an ally. No, it's not. I have to come up with a more creative name. But it all comes down to, if your friend goes down and it's hard for them to fight, you can just pick them up and move them around. But you lose one action for doing so. So if you want to defend your ally directly, that's how you do so. If you don't have hybrid armor. Yeah, if you want to defend somebody actually with just your body and your face, that's hybrid armor. Alright, so, moving on to... Who was next? I forget. 7? Okay.
Yep.
So, on the other side of the world, over in the... Not too far away, actually, it's kind of far away / not. Why the time accelerated a month was because Dr. 7 was building an inn.
Dr. 7 is built. Okay.
Yeah, he built an inn, and then it was attacked by what are they called? Cat mantises.
Fucked up things.
Yeah, these things with scything blades on their arms, and just not very pleasant animals. And so, what were you going to do besides everything you just did? Wait, what's up with this one? Oh, the image is gone. I guess whoever had that art put a... What the hell do you want to call it? Cease and desist order. So that art doesn't exist anymore.
Which one?
Aubrey. So, what type of backstory can we have about... Okay, so we have to get rid of the body. So what are you doing to get rid of Aubrey?
Good question.
Well, I'm not picking them up.
They're moving.
Yeah, but is his picture there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Why is it not there for me, though? That's
I don't know.
Well, let me try it again. Because I'm the GM.
But that's supposed to show it for you.
Yeah, but it's also supposed to show me images that are... Like, it shows me that certain images aren't allowed.
Oh, great.
So, reload. And yeah, we're not the most professional streamers in the world. In fact, we are probably the worst.
Well,
there's likely worse than us, but I mean, we're not exactly high on the roster.
You're only recording, and I'm not streaming today, so...
You get the... When I say streamer, I also mean recording. Okay, now I can...
He was very specific.
Yeah. Well, Sains is... Well... Stermon's always specific, though. It's like, yeah, you gotta use specific language.
But you want specificity.
I know, I do want specific language. Alright, so for recording purposes, we are not the best, because we don't edit anything, and I don't plan on editing anything anyway. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. So, what exactly are you doing? You're just kind of idling.
Yeah. Well, I was commanding the whole army to do their thing.
Okay, why?
Because I need people.
Okay.
For that assault.
There's going to be reinforcements. Roll a D100.
Yeah.
Not that many. So roll a d5. And also roll quality, which is D100. What type of quality are we talking? Are we talking decent for not that good? So more of the same.
You get 2 dead pugs.
You just get no. He gets another 4. He gets another 4 patience, but still, it's like from the army that he was expecting. That's not quite that much.
Nice. That's always nice.
So
Oh, Christ.
so what is They basically come to you and say, there's no more reinforcements. We cannot find anything else that we can convert in the general area. And it's going to take longer for them to go further and find something else. So in the current area, this is all you got. It's going to take longer if you want it to be a much larger force.
Supply lines are a bitch.
So supply lines are a bitch. So, these things do take time, and you don't have a supply network yet.
What if I were to focus entirely on that? Would it speed up the
You have
process?
to be a lord, and you have to upgrade this keep in order for you to have a supply line.
Well, even
which
if
you
the
do not.
process of gathering reinforcements. What if it was just for that?
Just for that?
Yeah, not even supply line based.
Not so much, no.
Yeah.
You can't just build up an army without supplying it, because then that army won't run for very long.
Well, they can go hunting.
Well, that's exactly it. It's like there's not that much around here. Like as much as it looks green and peaceful, not a lot of it is habitable. Although it looks like, why isn't anybody here? On closer inspection, you realize that not a lot of things here are edible. A lot of it is poisonous. The water looks clear, but when you get closer and you measured things like acidity, the acidity is rather high.
Really? I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, they thought from observation you thought it was perfect, but on closer inspection it's like none of this stuff is perfect. This whole land is it looks lethal.
But he did a lot of tests on it, and
say
it was
what?
perfect. On the water, at least.
Yeah, now you test it again and you realize that it's you have a feeling that the water is deceiving you, or someone is trying to deceive you. Or rather, maybe it's reacting to you. It was perfect when you got here, because you weren't doing anything yet. Now that you're trying to build something, it seems like the environment's turning against you.
Oh god, Plague Man has gotten a war with nature.
I guess.
We need baking soda.
Because it was good up until the point of, I don't think you have enough for the whole lake.
You never know.
Do you really want to roll that? It's like, alright, so do you have a plan?
I will.
Okay, so you do have a plan in mind. What's the easiest way to do that? Alright, so the easiest way to do that is, just go north and look within the snow. Some of that's got to be at least some level of basicness, and there's enough snow going around where it's going to be... That's pretty easy. So your theory is, just dilute the water with the snow. Real
and hopefully
simple.
kill the fuckers in there, too.
Yep. See,
it's environmental.
problem is, I don't think the snow elves will appreciate that.
Fuck them.
Okay, so it's actually, that's good because the snow elves aren't around.
Oh,
Remember,
great,
they
perfect.
moved. They moved to Safe Haven. Now they realized that Limus is not a total dick
Anymore.
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 Now that he's basically got females, that could be a point.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Right, let's go steal their fucking snow.
Okay, how are you going to do that though? You're just going to task your forces with doing that?
Yep. And if they can infect anyone along the way.
Okay, so it's going to be slow going. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, they got time, I suppose.
Okay, so do you want to move on while that task happens, or do you want to just make it happen now?
Well, gonna make explosive ordnance as well.
D100. Did you get any materials from the people that came in? No. So you cannot.
Fucking A. How about that chameleon? They find that thing?
D100. Did they find a chameleonic creature? No.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What are we?
Like I said, this is local area look. in the immediate local area, which is equivalent to a 3x3 zone, there's nothing of that you're looking for. They have to expand their search farther.
Lazy bastards.
It's not so much laziness; it's manpower. It's it takes a lot of effort to comb an entire zone for something.
Shit.
Takes
okay,
a lot of
I'll get
men
the
to do
ice,
so.
I suppose.
And, and just remember, it's a miracle they can do it at all, because how many of them are there? Not that many.
True.
Other things like, it takes resources, like, they also need to eat and drink and maintain their body mass.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine.
No. But still, it's like you're asking a lot of them, and they're working with almost nothing. The fact that they're accomplishing anything is miraculous.
Alright, screw it. I'll just make them get the snow then.
Okay, that's what they are doing. Just so it is enough to dilute some of the lake back to somewhat normal.
Somewhat normal.
Yeah, so do a D100. How much of the lake are we talking? Is it a good amount or is it a small? This is a small amount. It's like a quarter.
Fuck.
A quarter in your zone. Let's see. But you do get the feeling that it is actively resisting you, because as you're adding it, you see that the levels are trying to go back to acidity.
Well,
So,
fuck.
like, they're adding snow, but it's a losing battle at that point. You're going to run out of snow before the lake decides to become basic. Or
Okay,
at least
so there's a
neutral.
force acting upon this.
Yeah.
Plan B, search for who or what is doing such a thing.
Okay. Can your guys even... It's not advisable that you even go in the water right now.
Not even in the water, around the
Yeah.
entire area.
So that's combing the outer area. They haven't found anything on the outer area. From like I said, the only thing they found is a bunch of poisonous plants. The wildlife seem to have gone away.
Your luck is up, bullshitticus.
Yeah. As much as the things you thought you could have hunted earlier are all missing. Like, there was animals here originally, like when you started. But as you started building, they went away as well. So not only have the plants all turned poisonous, but the wildlife has retreated.
So there has to be something doing this.
Yep.
Question is what?
Or it could just be natural selection.
Fuck that.
Happening
No such
within
thing.
happening within a month? I wouldn't assume that.
Well, maybe they're like, fucking Zerg.
No, I don't know about the Zerg.
How about an expansive search?
Okay.
Because they just
So-
searched the immediate area.
You did search the immediate area.
Yeah, but they searched that, but expansive. So,
How so?
further out.
So you're talking
Could be
about the
further
areas around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, D100. Is this like... It's like, let's see, are the other zones affected besides this one? No, so... The other zones, you do find a bit of the wildlife that is remained, but remember what's around you. It's mostly ice and snow. This is the only somewhat green zone in the area. The rest is either frozen tundra, and to your east is barren wasteland, which is the ash plains.
Something spirity is about. That's for sure.
Well, there usually is. I mean, this is not a natural occurrence.
I don't know,
Why-
let's
why
draw
would
a
it be?
fucking pentagram or something and
You're not a magician. You're
I don't know.
a shapeshifter. You're not a wizard.
we could try.
You can't try unless you actually know what you're doing. If you try without knowing what you're doing, the consequences usually suck.
But it's fun either way.
All right, so you really want to try using magic without knowing anything of what you're doing.
Yes.
Or
There's,
having any form of magical affinity.
So, I mean, Frifa and Opry go along. Strama's kind of like she's gonna camp out a little bit farther away in case something goes wrong. It's like, I'm not going down with you guys. If something happens, so she's camping out like near the edge. Frifa and Opry they're at least going to try. It's better
that'd be
trying
good.
something than to just sit on accept defeat. That's what they believe.
Oh, I found a use for a body.
So what type of magic are you? So you're using something like blood magic,
Yep.
which is dangerous, but alright. So, do you know at least a rough concept of blood magic? It's D100. So, no, you have no idea what you're doing in any sort of way, shape, or form. So,
Well,
you just have a body,
it happen.
and, what is it? Frifa and Opry are just looking at it, so it's like, so what do we do? So they're thinking
First.
about it.
We draw a pentagram with its blood.
Okay. Like, whatever. And then they just do that. They just, I guess they just draw that. It's like, now what?
Mutilate it.
Okay. Well, it's like, and so they separate all the limbs and the joints into multiple pieces. The blood's getting
Place it
everywhere.
within the pentagram.
That's what, yeah, they're in the pentagram, obviously. They're not that inefficient.
And try to use some fucking magic to get something to happen.
Okay. They don't have no concept of magic. They're just following your orders, and all you said was draw this symbol on the ground and dismember the body.
Okay, in that case,
So now
starts
what?
like, what is it? Praying or some shit to say, bring this fucking demon, whoever's doing this shit out here.
So Frifa pulls out like a book. It looks like a book, but it's bound in like, let's see, is it something unsettling? Yeah, of course it is.
Human flesh.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, are you questioning that out loud as you're seeing that?
No, that's actually
Okay.
pretty good.
So
Good
you're
leather.
not questioning that she has. You're not even questioning what the book is made of or whose skin it is. You're just saying, oh, okay.
Nope. It's skin.
Okay, so and she starts flipping through the pages, and then she just closes it, and it's like, and she kind of shrugs. It's like, okay, well, I'm at a loss as to what we do from this point.
I don't know, try to touch the pentagram and invoke some fucking chant to get the demon.
And Opie's
Here.
just shaking her head. It's like, we have no idea what we're doing. just,
It doesn't matter.
just in her mind, it's like, this is stupid.
We're gonna try it anyway.
So this is basically three people who have no idea what magic is, trying to do magic, and have no idea how to actually summon it. So Frifa's just, she's like drawing things, and she's drawing symbols, but again, she doesn't know how to conjure magic.
Trying to get like the inner force out and fucking summon something.
And she's saying, Oprah's
know.
looking at you, it's like, you're just babbling now.
I don't know, concentrate. Actually, he'll try that
Yeah,
shit.
so it's like,
He'll
yeah,
try
what is
his
concentration
nonsense.
gonna do?
No, this shit's not gonna work.
So you concentrate and nothing happens.
Start chanting?
Okay. It's
Yeah.
like, what exactly are you supposed to be chanting?
I don't know, screeching for some demons to come and,
What demons are you
speaking
calling
gibberish.
upon?
The
You
one
like summon a demon and then it kills you. That would
curse,
be
whatever's fucking cursing this fucking land to try to kill me.
Okay, so you're cursing the thing, or you're trying to curse the thing. Okay, so that's the weird part, because as you say, I curse the thing that inhabits this land. You saw the body start to rise.
Ah.
Okay, from base, and that's the weird part is that, remember, you dismembered the shit out of it. There's like, all the joints have been cut up. So it shouldn't be able to rise, nor should it be in one whole piece. Yet it is rising in multiple pieces as if it were still attached to itself.
That's amusing.
So, and its eyes are growing, they are glowing like a very greenish color.
Huh.
And it just says, you do not belong here. Go away.
Fuck you. Get out of here.
It's like, you know nothing of these lands.
So what? I just came here. No shit.
Okay, so... And he just shakes his head. It's like, if you will not leave by will, you will be removed by force.
Oh, and what are you gonna do? Slap me with your dismembered arm?
Yeah, and so the body just collapses to the ground.
Huh.
And so, like, Oprah just steps up and she kind of just kicks the pieces and they didn't move again. And it's like, I don't think, and Frifa's like, I don't think we're wanted here.
Since when are we ever wanted?
It's like, very true.
Damn, man.
It's like, alright, so, and then she starts, alright, what do we do now? It's just... So,
Good
the
question.
sentient, so apparently it's alive, and there's something here that commanded that.
Well, I guess we need a spiritual leader of some sort.
It's like, if I had to guess, it's probably in the middle of the lake, which is now turning slowly to acid.
Ah. Probably.
Well, it's like, so I'm open to suggestions. I'm not about to drive the tank in there, even though it's amphibious. It would probably melt as soon as it touches that.
Let's see.
And she
Can it
just
be
grabs a
like
body
biological?
part and she throws it at the water. And you see that it instantly disintegrates. Like, it doesn't... There's, like, bubbling, and it's bubbling on the water, and the bubbling stops within seconds.
How about something
It's like-
natural, like a tree?
It's like, well, that's not natural. What about the tree?
Well, we could do like a tree bridge if it's not going to burn. I mean, it is a natural
Okay.
entity.
So she picks up... She goes, well, she's looking around, and she doesn't seem to see any trees or anything. It's like, weren't there trees here earlier?
Son of a bitch.
So...
Hmm.
Roll a D100, how aware are you? Not very. So, neither is her, neither is her. So, all three of you are not aware. Strom isn't even aware. She wasn't even caring. She thought you were going to die. And then she just casually walks over. It's like, oh, you guys are alive. Disappointing, but okay.
Screw you. We did some good
And so
shit.
she's got a wide grin. It's like, only one of us would appreciate that, and it's not me.
Now she jokes. Nice.
And it's like, hey, you were the one who said it.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Now they're comedians.
Okay. I mean, there's what'd you expect? I mean, you gotta make humor sometime.
Crap.
So what
How the
you're
fuck are we getting in
seeing
the middle of the lake?
is, like, you're not paying attention. And so, like, Strom looks a little to the right, and then she points, it's like, is that normal? And you're seeing that the landscape is starting to rise.
It's got a boner for me. How nice.
Like, it's the mound is starting to get strangely... Like, I don't know how you describe it, the land is starting to bulge upward. Yeah, of course, okay, so your description was it's got a boner.
It's got a boner for me. What can I say?
So as you watch, you see that it's starting to change. It's starting to mold into something. And so it's still rising, and you see, do you get a feeling of what it's becoming?
Not a clue.
Jesus.
Okay, so you don't have a clue. So I guess you're
shit.
still distracted by the body on the ground.
Can I get a ping back there?
What do you mean
Click
the
the
ping?
scroll.
What?
I scrolled off the area.
Brrrt? Okay, so you're back.
Actually, no, I'm still in the middle of the map.
Why?
I don't know. I pressed the
What did
the
you
scroll
press?
button by accident. to move the page.
Anyway, so thing rising out of the mud.
But I can't even see it.
Yeah, that's the point. Is it's still rising as a mound? So what
No,
is you?
but
What do
I'm
you
in
do?
the-
Do you want to do anything before it fully rises, or
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
okay?
Like I can't see anything.
Okay.
Like
So
map
what you
wise.
see? Are we on the right map? Yeah.
I'm pinged. I'm not even pinged in the right location.
I am pinging everywhere
There we
at
go.
our location.
Now I'm back.
It's like
Before
I'm
it
pinging
wasn't
everywhere
big
at our location.
All right, so a mound. Huh.
Yeah. And you see just this massive hand just start to produce out of the mound and slam into the ground.
Oh, fuck.
It's such a large force that you actually feel the impact from where you're standing.
That looks good.
And
I
so,
suppose.
like, you see, like, a head and stuff start to produce. It's like, this is your last warning. Leave now or die here.
Or forever hold your peace.
Well, I say we just kill it.
So, and it's shambling forward. It's like, so be it.
Well, guess he wants a fight too.
So, and he's not alone. Like,
Oh.
you see a few of those. Roll a d10. How many more of these things do you... You see at least one more mound producing, and one more of these giant behemoths just coming out of the ground. But you have no idea how many more of them there could be.
Well, I think we have the numbers.
I think they have the strength.
Yeah.
It's
So
okay. Power struggles for the win.
okay, so we will get back to that, and we're gonna move on to. Or do you want? Let's see, Annabelle. Do you want to move on to you, or do you want to continue with Zero? Choices. Or do you want to roll on it and just duel?
This anyway, so it's up to you.
Yeah, you want to duel. Alright, duel it. Let us duel then. It's D100.
Duel.
Duel?
Yeah, it's D100. Let's see who gets the higher roll. Ah,
What
do it
was
again.
The meaning of
That's
life.
funny. Okay, 68.
Again.
6. Alright, so we're going to continue with 7.
I'll make this quick.
Okay, so these things are shambling forward. They're a lot swifter than they look. Although they are large, they're shambling quite quickly towards you.
Oh, great.
Do you have a defensive measures? Like, I think everyone is aware of these things by now.
I would assume so.
Yeah, so that's D100. You all have defensive measures in at this current. So not so much. It's like you're in a defensive. Like you personally are not in a defensive measure. What about the rest? Opri's not so much. She's a little bit disturbed by what she sees. Freefa and Strom are professionals. They just know that. All right, this shit's about to happen. So let's make it happen.
7 is just smoking his pipe. Nothing is wrong here.
So he goes in straight for a bash. And she has the ability to parry. So she parries the... It's basically a wall of mud, and she slashes down to cut some of the mud out of her way.
Well,
Opry
good
is
job
hit
on that
directly.
one.
She has heavy armor, so she takes more damage to impact damage.
Oh,
So
shit.
she's pretty much swatted like a fly into the distance. And her armor is completely shredded.
Can I call my minions for backup?
As for
Since they're right over
Strom,
there.
well, you have to wait for the initial attack to end. Strom tries to dodge. Her initial dodge is kind of hard because it's mud. She tries to run up it, but mud, and then she leaps back when she realizes, all right, there's no traction here. Now that was only the initial assault. Still got the other one. So, and then
man.
she tries to leap away, but the other one goes in for another impact, and that one probably lands and swats her aside.
Can I save her?
D100. Can you actually try and do something? Nope.
No.
So, what is her armor class? She has... Oops, wrong one. She has medium, which will take standard damage to impact. So, she takes heavy damage, and she is also sent flying.
Man, they're really pissed.
And like I said, they were not alone. So, roll another D100. And then roll a D10. So, you see quite a few of these things. See, the ones in the back are not the same size, though. They're a little smaller. Like, if these were, like, the bigger assault units, these ones are more like the foot soldiers. So,
Shit.
and they're all shambling. Like, they're shambling in a line towards you. So, they're very coordinated.
Well, they hate me. That's
Well, why wouldn't
actually
they?
nothing special. What did I do? I just settled.
Yeah, and that's the point, is I guess they don't like you settling in their lands.
Assholes.
They're very territorial, apparently. Anyway, so now you're up.
Well, I'm gonna get the army to start attacking them.
Okay.
Because
You can
know.
move your army, so...
there's gonna be quite a few attacks, though.
Just do advantage roll. Where you just roll 2 and see how they do.
Oh, okay.
So you're sending... All your guys are jumping in to surround them.
Yep.
So what is happening? Okay, so Freefa is... Where's Freefa? Okay, so... Roll
It's quite a
advantage.
few people. Let's see what
Or
are
you
they
just
gonna
roll
do.
2. Doesn't matter which 2. So, miss. They're striking a monster made of mud. So their slices are going through it.
Oh, I used the same attack twice. Shit.
Yeah. So
Huh.
you failed both times.
I also have those guys over there that I can't control.
Okay, so where do you want them?
I guess right next to the mud monster,
Which one?
right here.
I don't think
That's
they can travel that far.
Hmm.
Because that's like a good... I don't even know. That's way...
95.
That's pretty... How much is that? It's like...
95.
90. That's like 100 meters. There's no way they could travel 100. These are standard things.
Okay, right there then, in front of the small one.
Okay, so like right here? Okay, so...
Yeah.
So they're engaged. What about... So they can roll advantage. So what was their armor class anyway?
I don't think we rolled for that one yet.
Okay, so they have no armor. As you see, they have no armor. But their underskin is a medium. So they're going to go with crushes, which do 50, because we're using advantage. So here comes the futility. So they're hurting it, but they're not really killing it very well. I'm going to
Shit.
try to maul it, but the mauls misses because the slashing damage doesn't seem to work on them. So the wolves are going to do leaps, but they can't really leap at this thing. One of them can, but again, slashing type weapons don't seem to do anything. Unholy does a minus 23, but still, it's still got plenty of health to spare. That's not the worst part. This is the worst part. So.
This is gonna be interesting.
So it seems like, you know, as you're cutting them to pieces there, their bodies are just reassembling themselves.
Hmm. Well, they have to have a weak point.
Yeah, so you hope.
So I hope.
So you hope. Alright, so your move's over, now it's them, so they're just going to start bashing
Actually,
you
I
guys
didn't use 7
aside.
yet. I have yet to use 7.
Alright, go for it.
Use
I can use
fire.
advanced. Like, can I use advanced research to find the weak point? On
Do
them,
100.
or-
Do you actually, can you research a giant thing of mud? No.
No. Fucking A.
You've never encountered some sort of elemental of this nature.
What would fire do on it?
That's if he doesn't even have fire. He doesn't have magic.
I know.
Yeah, if he had fire, which he didn't pursue
I do
after
have
having
that.
fire. Does it have a mind to infect? No.
Shit! What the fuck?
So you don't use charges since you didn't
Oh,
actually.
man.
The mind virus didn't work. So there's no mind. Like you try and infect it with a mind virus, but it doesn't seem like there's a mind in there to affect.
Oh, Christ. Okay. There's not that many options with this guy.
Well, of course, that's the point. they're trying to kill you. Why would they give you more options?
Deceive?
Okay. Can you deceive them? You can try.
Okay. I'm not evil. I'm just here for peace and quiet.
Okay, so like for a second they kind of believe you.
There is nothing wrong. I'm not here to kill anybody or anything.
Okay. They don't believe the last one since you've already killed a bunch of things already.
Okay, but
You
that
killed
was
their
in
kin,
self-defense.
so it's
That
like,
was
yeah,
in
they don't believe the last
self-defense.
one.
Self-defense is a different issue.
Okay, so they don't quite believe in self-defense.
In that case, I will
Never
apologize.
defend
Remember, they don't believe in. They're like survival of the fittest. So that you didn't die just means that you're a stronger predator, or something like that.
But we shouldn't really eliminate ourselves here.
So, but they still like, although they stopped attacking you, they still believe that you're trespassers.
But this was free land. It was open.
So, and he shakes his head as, you know, it was not free land.
How so?
The land belongs to us. And
We could
you
share.
take it without asking us.
I didn't know anybody was here.
It's like because you didn't look. You simply
What?
started setting up before you actually asked them.
How was I supposed to know that people live in the dirt?
It's like you ask.
But am I supposed to randomly ask Bert?
It's like it's really you didn't make any sort of gestures to say that you were willing to contact anybody who was there. Probably because they're Earth elementals. They don't really leave the Earth very often.
Hence the point. I didn't know.
Okay, so it's like, but they're still not convinced. It's like they're convinced to cease hostilities at least for now, but they're basically giving you an ultimatum of still leave or die.
We could share.
Yeah. So it's like, and he shakes whatever mud counts his head, and it's like he still says he repeats the same thing: leave or die.
But why?
He doesn't even explain why. He just starts melting back into the ground.
These people.
They're not even
Things.
people.
Beings.
So
Mud is
yeah,
people.
they're giving you they basically gave you an ultimatum: leave or die. And one of the heads says, leave or we'll be back in greater numbers.
Shit.
So that's kind of that is their ultimatum. You either pack up and go somewhere else, or you die here.
Well,
They seem pretty confident that they can make that happen.
they're made of rock. I mean, sand.
Mud.
So
They're made of
essentially
mud,
mud.
which is earth.
Mud, which is water, and essentially sand and dirt.
Yep.
So, all I really need are a bunch of rocks.
Why
And
a
I'll
bunch
make
of
them cement.
rocks?
And then I'll make them into cement. And then break
Okay.
them.
You know how long? Yeah, good luck with that. 'Cause that's gonna.
Use fire.
He doesn't have fire magic.
I
I
know.
have an affinity
You don't
towards
even.
it,
Do
but
you even
that's
have
about it.
fire? D100. Do you actually have a means to produce enough fire? Do said thing. No,
No.
you do not. So. So what is your? So I mean, pretty much Opry picked herself up. She's not that badly hurt. Strom, on the other hand, is pretty badly winded.
Oh, she'll
Opry's
be
got to
fine.
prop her up, and she's on her shoulder. And Strom's looks like she's got some pretty bad internal injuries.
Ugh,
Because
guess
she's
better
like
get
holding
to
her
the
side
lab.
and stuff. So Opry's doing the best. Like she just lies her on the ground, and Opry's doing the best she could to see to her. And then Freefoot just walks straight up and is like, we should leave.
Why? Worked so fucking hard for this.
And it's like we didn't work that hard.
I built a nice little hut.
It's like, yeah, and they're willing to destroy that nice little hut in less time than it took us to build it.
Well, there has to be another way. We can kill them.
It's like they almost killed Strom, they almost killed Opry, and they almost killed me, along with all of your army. And that wasn't even all of them. Unless you
We
have
did
some
not fight
trick up
them.
your sleeve, I doubt we can actually fight them directly.
Explosives.
Okay, so still they don't have those explosives. I mean, like I said, these things take time, and their time is against you.
Then we better hurry.
Okay, how so? How are you going to make the explosives get here faster?
Send people out. Make their guys run faster.
How do you make? You can't make your guys run any faster. You don't have any sort of genetics that enhance their agility. You have genetics that enhance their durability.
We have wolves.
You have
We
wolves,
can
but
do
wolves
that.
can't carry gunpowder.
No, but their agility. They're a lot
Yeah.
quicker.
See, can you do such a thing? Not so much.
Fuck. Well, shit.
So,
Can I just pick up the house?
let's see. D100, can you pick up the house? Can you just pick it up and move it? You can, so it would be easier that way.
Okay, then. Let's pick up this thing and go.
Okay, so like Freefa just she looks over to her right and she nods, and you see that some of the patients were waiting for the order. So now you just see that activities are happening and things are getting broken down. And she just says, I had a plan B in case plan A failed.
Lift the house and run.
That's like if you want to use that language, yes. This place, it's like if this place wants to be uninhabitable, let it remain uninhabitable. We'll come back and destroy it when we have the means. But for now,
Yeah,
we do not have the means. It's like I think it would be easier to go to the north a little bit, like really just into the tundra and just set up there. I think there's
Why
less
not?
things trying to murder you in the icy lands.
Alright, then let's go to the icy lands and
Okay,
settle in the cold.
And you're surprised at how fast it takes. It literally takes a couple hours, and then everything is broken down, and there's supplies being carried out. So,
Fuck, I really
can
like
you
this place,
D100? Can you see where all the supplies are going? You see that it's actually not going that far. It's just you can walk maybe for 5 minutes, and you'll be there. So the supplies are not going that far.
Oh, shit. Still,
So-
it was a nice scenic
No,
view.
not that far, but apparently what they believe is far enough where I guess whatever elemental bullshit's happening here won't be their problem.
But now I gotta change the name of the tavern.
Why? It's
Because
still, you
it's
can
not
still call it
very,
View Terrace. I mean, shit.
Yeah, but there's not much of a view in a tundra filled with
Yeah, there
ice.
is.
Really?
Yeah, the nice, pleasant iciness.
Might
And
as well
besides,
name it
I think
Icy Hell.
let's see, from Frifa's standpoint, it's like we might get more business in the tundra anyway. I mean, people wouldn't come to a land where you're actively being opposed compared to you're one of the only taverns in the middle of a frozen wasteland.
Yeah, but a frozen wasteland. Who goes to a frozen wasteland?
And she kind of raises an eyebrow. It's what about Grimmaul's Keep? People go there.
Yeah, but those are mercenaries.
That's like what? And mercenaries aren't going to come to ours, or and you're not going to get random travelers coming to ours.
No, but they have a bloody castle. There's a difference.
It's like, well, you could build a castle if you wanted, but you chose what you chose.
Yeah, but subtleties.
Yeah, so it's like, well, that's your concern. That's not her concern. She just follows orders. It's like,
Oh,
you
no,
said build
follows
this, we
orders.
build this. It's if you don't want to build a castle, that's your prerogative.
Screw it. Let's go to the tundras. Let's get
Yeah,
this shit
so-
over with.
So roll a d4. What area of the tundra? How far did you? Well, you said close by, so it's likely going to be a 4. So
Two.
a 2. Oh, it's still the same area. Never mind. Sorry, I did that backwards. Okay, so you end up. You're not that far away, like right about there. Like I said, a good 5 minutes walk.
Oh, I'm gonna burn that place down later.
And you see as you're leaving that the whatever's left is being recovered up with earth. Like all, you took a while. It took you a while to dig all that, and all that work is just done in a few minutes.
Fucking A.
I mean, that's what they said. They said they were gonna. Hold on, I gotta move the map, and then I gotta get rid of that, and I gotta move it back. There we go. So what took you a month's worth to build, they undid in minutes.
Fuck. How am I supposed to build tunnels here? It's gonna be a little harder.
Okay, is it? Not so much. It's about the same. I mean, and now you don't have the threat of constant attack because you're in
I
you're
hope
roughly
so.
in the middle of nowhere. So same place. So you're not going to name it View Terrace. What are you going to name it now? They kind of they brought along the kobold like a ragdoll, and he's still ragdolled. I mean, he's still messed up. You did a number on him when you infected him. That's why Frifa said make it a slow change. Maybe because you haven't really interacted with other species as being influenced by that. So I guess the kobold did not respond positively to being infected.
Oh, I'm sure he'll come out better.
Yeah, so we hope. So you hope. I always say that. So you hope. It may or may not happen. So you're not going to call it View Terrace. What are you going to call it now?
Frostbite.
Yeah, so... Is it an inn? Is it a tavern?
It's an inn.
Okay, so... Great. It's such a habitable name for this place.
I mean, it fits perfectly.
Alright. So... your guys are not affected by the snow. Just because they are freaks of nature to begin with, so...
Oh, thank God. Thought I'd have to go kill a walrus or something.
I mean, they're used to adapting to the environment. So... problem is, Opry and Strum are kind of messed up from that last fight. Even though they survived, it's, you know, they got some pretty nasty impact damage from that.
I could tend to them.
Okay, so are you sure you'd want to do that?
Why?
This is free for asking. It's like, are you sure you want to do that? And it's like, why? Because, you know, maybe Opry might get mixed messages, maybe Strom might get mixed messages, and we all know you don't want to go that way, so why would you do it yourself? Knowing
I
what
have
you
a
might have to
PhD.
do. You have what? Okay,
I
so
have a PhD
it's
in
like,
this
it doesn't
shit.
have anything to do with your skills, it's about giving a woman the wrong ideas.
Oh, it's not like I'm gonna be her, Oh, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind.
Yeah, and it's like, yes, let's like leave that to me. Just even though I may not be the best doctor, but I can do something.
I could still do it. It's
So-
not a huge issue.
That's like it's really Frifa's more concerned about you're gonna send her you're gonna send Opry and Strom mixed signals that you actually care when you really don't.
Well, somebody has to keep the commanders alive.
It's
And
like,
somebody
yeah,
knows
that's
what
what
they're
my
doing.
job is.
Yeah, but
It's like,
She's not
isn't
a
that why
doctor.
you tasked me with their well-being? Sort of.
she's not gonna give this up easy, is she?
Yeah, it's free. I mean, she's your second in command. She's supposed to debate with you. She's not just gonna. She's trying to make a point of, you know, you don't want to send them mixed messages. You already, like, she knows your mind, and she knows that, you know, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go anywhere near that. So, but if you do certain actions, you will send signals that they might believe, which will cause more trouble in the future, which she's trying to avoid. It's preventative maintenance. She's trying to maintain what she has right now.
If she thinks it's the best course, then I'll let her do it.
Yeah, so it's like it's not so much the best course as the only course. As you know, you want certain things, I want certain things, and this is the best way to do it. For that both
What
parties
does
are
she want?
satisfied and no one loses out.
I guess she wins the debate then.
Okay, so and for her, it's like, you know, it's not about winning. It's about doing what we need to do so that everything stays moving. So, and she just walks away at that point. Because she knows you enough where she knows that you're going to debate her for a while. Like, that's why she just has to simply walk away and do what she said she was going to do.
She learns.
Well, I mean, that's why
Oh,
she
shit.
learns the quickest. That's why she's the second in command.
Well, I guess the objectives changed in that case.
Yep, there goes the... You lose one hold and you gain another. You might have to you might have to change the name now. Alright, so moving on to us. Do we want to break or do we want to just keep going?
I'm fine either way.
Do you want to take a 5 or do you want to just keep going?
I have to go for a walk with my dog, but it's not
Okay.
even my turn
Yeah, that's
anyway,
you,
so.
yeah. Okay.
So I'll be back in a bit.
Oh well, we'll go and then I'll have to just cut the feed and they'll start it again. Alright, so we're back in, let's see, how were they? You were well looked after. I mean, Eagle is not one to skimp on guests. What is it with you guys and all these rich friends? Deadly, are you alive?
I don't know what's with all the rich friends. I mean, technically, I'm the one who made him a lord, so.
Yeah, true. So you made him that. That's why you have a bunch of rich friends, because you made him that way. In a way, you made him that way, and it's very poetic actually, because you made him that way fully. Like you were the one who killed. Well, you're the one who set it up so that he would be killed by bandits. Although it was more for your revenge. It was you left him defenseless in the face of his family fortune being stolen. because he was like a teen when they came and tried to kill him and his brother, and they didn't succeed. Or they didn't succeed in defending the fortune, they got killed. All because you went on a rampage and killed everyone in the keep. Or in the manor. You had your reasons, such happened.
Of course.
Right,
Finn, what's going on? Where are we going?
Okay, so you're well rested, and Finn has been well rested as well. It's like, yes, good. I was getting bored of just sitting around anyway. It's like, well then. And so he sniffs the air, and the scent is getting more faint, so whatever it was, it may not have survived as well. It's like, it's still out there, but from the way it's going, it's moving to the west. It's not really staying in one spot. So he needs to go and... So, exactly, what have you been staying in for that month? Like, you spent a month out of action. Like, just recouping and not really doing much.
Yeah, pretty much. Just hanging around with Chi.
Okay. Doing what? I mean, just... What did you do for a month's time? Just kind of in a village at a port.
Lived a relatively normal life for a month.
Okay. So, did you appreciate that you lived normally for a while? No one trying to kill you. Well, let's hold on. Let's see. And that's the strange thing. It's been a peaceful month. No one's trying to assassinate you. No one tried to kill you during that month. For a month, you actually had relative peace and quiet. So, how did you feel about that?
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
She kind of feels the same way, but at the same time, she realizes, it may not be the life for you. It may not be the life for her either. Just suddenly, what is her expression? She doesn't feel like it's over. It's just, this is a temporary thing. This isn't a permanent thing. There's too much to do still for her to just rest now. At least go into retirement. I mean, there's still a lot of things she needs to do before she can actually retire and say, I'm ready to just not be an adventurer anymore.
Well, I never planned on retiring. It's just, having a break.
Yeah, well, that's Chi. Chi wants to retire eventually. She doesn't want to be an adventurer all the time. Like, not forever. I mean, remember, she's been through a lot. She's been a captain of her own ship, which was betrayed. She's been a guard captain, or she's been a guard unit, and then a veteran, and then she was labeled killed in action. And then she went adventuring with you, and she's tired of all the adventuring. She's getting there, but she has to keep going until she can get to a point where she doesn't have to fight anymore. Like, she can just settle down and not have to do anything important.
Yeah, okay. I can get that mentality.
Yeah, but a part of her realizes, there may never be an end. Maybe I'll die on some foreign battlefield and I won't know that peace.
Well, that's gonna have to be my goal, keeping you alive until you can retire.
And it's a nice sentiment. That's for her anyway. As for Finn, it's kind of strange for him to not be hunted either. Finn, who was an outcast wolf, who was thrown out of his pack because he was considered a threat to the alphas. Rather than being he was something rare among werewolves, which is he has a modicum of intelligence and tactical savvy. That's why he's an archer. He's not a berserker or warrior like most werewolves. So he had to have, did he actually reveal his story to you? Yes, he did. So you've had time to get to know Finn a little bit more, knowing that, he's an outcast werewolf. He had to watch his own parents say, get out. So, and that was a crushing blow. It's like he was betrayed by his whole pack, just because he was different, just because his alphas thought that he would take over, even when he said he wouldn't. Just the threat of him taking over was enough for them to kick him out.
Dicks.
And the real irony was, he had no aspirations for that. He just wanted to be in the pack, and he constantly told them that, but yet they still kicked him out. So now he's got a deep sense of betrayal that may never go away.
Huh.
So, but sadly he's going to respect his pack's wishes, which is, if they see me as a traitor, then I will simply leave. Now, there's no point forcing my hand when everything's against me. Even my own parents and my friends and my family are against me. So now he's an outcast. Now he's a loner.
Oh, okay.
Very sad story. So, and he likely thinks that his pack is still in the forest somewhere. So that's his greatest fear, is that he'll have to encounter them again.
Oh, fun.
And then maybe next time as adversaries, like he'll have to kill some of his own pack because they won't allow him to simply leave or whatever. Okay, so, and it's really like, at this point he says, there's no more time to waste. We have to go, either we go for the scent or we lose it.
Well, let's go.
Okay, so roll encounter. See, how far does he estimate? Much further, so roll another encounter. So how far is he going to take you? So it's going to be a relatively quiet journey, which is the problem, because you're not encountering anything. Nothing friendly, nothing enemy. So roll another encounter. So you have to, then you start broadening your search south. So still nothing. So you've searched relatively, let's see, does he say double back? No. So he says keep going. But now you're, let's see, which way is it going? Roll a d4. That's for you to roll a d4, sorry. I didn't specify. Okay, so he says not to double back, that we should keep going this way, but whereat says, maybe we should go back, look again. Maybe there's something there. So we double back, roll another encounter, because we're dragging you all across the forest and stuff, and there doesn't seem to be anything around here. Just same old, same old. He's following the scent, but the scent is still pretty strong, but it seems to be going in different directions. So roll one more encounter. So now you're just heading back to town. It's like you're searching the whole landscape. So you're back where you started. You're back at the town. You didn't find what you were looking for. The scent trail is still dying out. So Finn is a little bit agitated that, we tracked it to exactly where it should have been. But whatever it is knows what's hunting it, and is disguising its scent somehow. Or at least it's finding ways to deceive him into his sense of smell.
Well, why don't we go back there and I'll try something magical.
Okay, so your suggestion is that Finn doesn't believe in magic. It's like, magic, what's that going to do?
I turn my arm into wood.
Okay. And then he kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll humor you. So now you have to use magical detection. See if well, first try it where you are as T100. You actually detect any strong magic that's abnormal. Not so much where you are. So you roll an encounter because you have to move back to the zone out there. And now you actually encounter something. That's a D2. So, okay. So that's basically an attack on the town. So you're about to go out magical means, and you didn't feel anything out of the ordinary. You think, let's go outside, and that's when the attack hits. Let's see. What type of entities can we roll? Roll a d4. Let's find out what they are. We're talking number 4, which is... Ooh, great. Is it that? Okay, cool. So you hear the town bell going off again. Hold on, it's I don't know. I had animal sounds. It's glass breaking. Ah, damn! I don't think I have it anymore. I really got to go through my sounds again. Oh well. So there's the town bell is ringing again.
Okay.
And you see that all the soldiers are starting to gather on the walls.
Well, I guess Chi, Finn, and I get on the walls as well.
Okay, so what about Squirtle? So are you just going to leave them on the ground floor?
We can open up the gates and send them out.
So, yeah, and I'm not tall enough to look over the wall, so I can't really do much in that regard. So what are we're looking at? Roll a d100. How many do you see? Okay, so this is not a massive horde, but it is a horde. So we're talking goblins.
Goblins?
Yeah, which is abnormal, because they shouldn't be this far in, but it looks like a horde that's ready for war. It's like they have all the...
First of all, do I know the goblin language?
D100. You know.
Yes.
So you can understand what they're saying. You can translate for them around you.
Could I yell out, "It seems like you've come to the wrong fort"?
You can, D100. So you're going to just shout that, and... so you're going to try to deceive them. Now the question is, are they deceived? No, they are not. So I think they're pretty sure they know what fort they're attacking. Or they are going to attack. They haven't started an attack yet. So, and behind them you see that it's not just there's a lot of infantry involved, but behind them you see archers. Oops. So quite a few archers as well. So you see that there's 4 squads of the, or there's 8 squads of the goblin, the infantrymen, and then there's 4 of the soldier, or there's 4 squads of archers.
Okay, if you're not going away, at least name yourselves.
Okay. They don't even bother to respond. What they do is you see that the archers in the back are starting to pull back their bows.
This is not very proper siege etiquette.
Yeah. And they just unleash a volley. So
And
they
just
use
makes-
it's an advantage because they use the higher of the 2 rolls, which is they don't do any fire damage. It's straight pierce damage. So what do our guys do? So our guys, like, pretty much you all just duck down as soon as the arrows start flying. Because there's enough of a rampart there for you to take cover. And she's looking at you, it's like, I think they mean to kill us.
Well, out we go then.
Okay. So how are you going to get out? I mean...
Just jump on Squirtle. And, well, we could go over the walls earlier with, Swamp Turtle, so just go over.
Okay, so Squirtle is going to try and walk over. But part of it, like... See, did he get hit? He got hit with a couple of the flaming arrows, so, you know, he's kind of catching on fire right now.
I'm sort of like petting the flames, trying to put them out.
So, D100. As for me, I wasn't hit at all, because so it's not working, he's still catching fire.
Chi, could you help me with this?
So, Chi's doing the same thing. Now, does it work with the aid, or is it still fire spreading? So the fire's still spreading on his back even with 2 people.
Okay, magic time.
Okay, so you use which magic?
I like move the fire off him.
Okay, so you just gotta
Preferably
pick
in the
up the
direction of the
fire
goblins.
magically. Say what?
I move the fire off him, preferably in the direction of the goblins.
Okay, D100. Can you actually move the fire towards them? So no, the most you could do, you weren't thinking that far ahead, you were thinking more, Squirtle's in danger. So you move the fire off him and just put it out. So, but you can see he's doing the same thing like last time. He's kind of crouching in a ball, just not wanting to move.
Come on, little guy.
Okay, so that's not working. And so the owlbear just kind of, like, it jumps on its back, and it just says, you should... you could still hear it, and it's like, let him lie. We must move.
Okay then, I jump on top of the owlbear.
Hold on, I gotta move you to the front. I gotta move Chi to the front. Finn is gonna stay on the wall. So, and it using it as a springboard, it leaps over the wall. Unfortunately, you are the only one outside against a wall of goblins, which are all charging at you. Now that they see that there's a target outside the walls.
Can the owlbear just like barrel through them?
Okay, D100. Does it have the means to simply barrel through hordes of goblins? Yes. So all the goblins, they just brace and charge, and then you're able to barrel through some of them, which is, how deep do you go? That's a D2. Do you go through both ranks? Okay, so you only go one deep, so you're like right on top of them. Any casualties? Yes. Roll. You only went through one squad, so that's a D9. How many of them did you actually destroy while you did that charge? So you crushed the squad, because you were doing a full charge, and you were ready on its back with your weapons, so not only is it charging forward, you're swinging and taking out goblins at the same time.
The goblins
she's
just
doing the same.
explode off in all directions.
Not so much explode off in all directions, it's some of them get barged to the side, aka crushed to death, and the rest are just either slashed by you or Chi. So that's only down one squad, though. Still have a bunch of them to go.
At this point, I do my attacks.
Okay, so you just go straight in for the attack, which is surprise attack. This is a surprise attack. So they weren't no sane person is supposed to charge right into them. Now they have the numbers, but you're doing exactly that. You're charging right into them.